watch football without the restrictions of blackouts or cable? Check out ExpressVPN.com to help you get access to all the live games. Sign up today using the link in the description to get 3 free months. Action. Yeah, ora, Bolt fam, what's going on, everybody? Bear down, Bolt fam, bear down today. Man, type 1 in the chat if you guys were victim to my April Fool's prank this morning. We're only down about 50 subs, too. In that, it could be a lot worse, right? Only down about 50 subs. Good to see everybody, man. The ExpressVPN for life, yes, sir. I see a couple of ones in there, man. I've been thinking about this April Fool's joke for a long, long time. It was a good time, man. It was a good time. I think we went a little bit too over the top. We lost a ton of subs today, but man, in the name of comedy, I feel like it was worth it. Well, today I wanted to get on. This was something I had planned on doing anyway. If I'm being completely transparent with you guys too, I had hoped to jump on Walk the Mock. This is something that I really want to do with you guys at some point, but I don't have time to wait for this draft lobby to open. If you guys don't know what Walk the Mock is, it's basically you and 31 other managers, right? Managing separate teams, kind of like a mock draft you do in fantasy football, but you do it with 31 other people for the actual NFL draft. So don't have time to actually sit and wait for this one to open in 3 hours. I promise you we're going to do one of these days. But I do hope to at least get something in terms of draft today with you guys, which should be a good time. So yeah, it should be good, man. So today we are going to be mock drafting on PFF, and you guys know how I like to do it. I don't know if it's become like a staple of my channel or something that I do that not a lot of people, I don't know. All I know is that I have a really good time doing 3 mock drafts because I do think it throws a wider net, right? Just because I want a certain person or I have a certain perspective on a couple of players, especially in the first 3-4 rounds, doesn't mean that everybody is. And that's why I want to do a live mock draft with you guys today, because I want the chat to help me dictate, at least in a couple of these drafts, who to go for. So what we're going to do, and again, it's kind of an exercise, I'm going to go ahead and do the first mock draft like normal, like how I would want to do a mock draft, right? It's a selfish director's mock draft. I'm going to go ahead and choose who I want to choose. And then the 2 following mock drafts are for you guys. The first one, we're just going to kind of go crazy in the chat, right? We're going to let you guys figure out who you want. We're going to use the number system, like we, put 1, 2, or 3 in the chat to decide who you want. And then depending on the results of that, you guys will have a second shot at it. So in the third draft, that's your guys' makeup draft. You guys feel like, we could have done this or that a little bit different. That's your chance to make up for it. So a director draft and then 2 community drafts. I think it's going to be a good time today. So let's go ahead and take a look here. See how many people we got in the chat, man. Post April Fool's Day. We got 100 people in the chat here already, which is kind of crazy. Hit that like button, guys. I really appreciate the love. I feel terrible because a part of me was like, am I taking this too far? Are people going to unsubscribe that really don't want to unsubscribe? Oh, I feel terrible. At the same time, I think it was a good joke. And now I've officially put the title in the title, April Fool's, so hopefully we don't lose too many more. So, well, good to see everybody, man. Why do I smell glue? That's not good, sir. My son's been putting glue on stuff lately, so we're hoping that's not making its way into the microphone. Let's start with our first mock draft, man. Let's jump right into it. Let's jump right in. Of course, we're using PFF, okay? We're going to do 4 rounds this time. We've been doing 3 rounds a lot. I'm thinking, it's April 1st, right? Let's jump 1 more round. Even though I don't have a ton of research, rounds, I would say more. I've got my footing on 4. I think 5 through 7, I'm still trying to look for stuff. You guys left a lot of really good suggestions as far as, like, gems and sleepers and stuff that I've been looking into. And honestly, dudes, you guys rock. I think I might do a whole video just on your guys' picks of sleepers in the draft, because there's some really cool guys that I had no idea existed that are probably going to go in like the 5th to 7th round. So bravo to you guys. You guys can help me rounds. The last draft, by the way, is going to be a full 7 round. These first 2 are going to be 4. Okay, so in this last draft, you guys can help me out rounds 5 through 7 with sleepers and such like that. So all right, yeah, sure, glue. It should be a good time, man. Let's start off with the Chargers here, and this first mock draft is my mock draft. Okay, you guys are sitting back for the ride, seeing what the director wants in the draft. And again, I'm gonna be very selfish with this. People are gonna be mad at me. That's okay. Everybody's mad sometimes. Everyone's got opinions. We're gonna go ahead and do this my way and see what I would like to come out with, and then you guys, based on what I do, what the results are, whatever. You guys can have your shot at it here in the second mock draft here coming up. So the first mock draft A is my mock draft. So let's go ahead and start here. And again, trades are on the table. All right, trades are on the table. So if you guys feel the Chargers should trade up, trade down, we're actually going to start this first round. I'm going to go slow so I can see how the draft is panning out. Maybe I want to trade up. Who knows? Maybe I want to trade up. Maybe that's why we're doing this. So CJ Stroud is the first quarterback off the board, followed by Bryce Young. No surprises there. Kind of depends on, which the Carolina Panthers value a little bit higher. Jalen Carter going to the Cardinals, and then Anthony Richardson. That is one I think Colts fans should be pretty excited about, right? Anthony Richardson is such a wild card. What if you get like Cam Newton 2.0 in Indianapolis? That'd be pretty crazy. Hugo, the doorman boss. Good to see you, man. Let's get our shout outs while we're waiting for the Chargers' first pick of the draft to arrive here on the board. We got Hugo, of course. We got TD Productions. We got Ben. We got Sergio. We got Zeus Sarah. We got Nick Burnett. We got Ruben. We got King D. Lloyd. We got Eric Martinez. We got Fabian. Good to see you, man. Ernesto, Angel or Angel. Good to see you. Carlos Charger, Robin. Good to see everyone. Matthew Transiski. Good to see. Man, look at all these faces from back in the day when we were doing the live drafts or the live games, right? Pretty good stuff. All right. So here is our draft board. Bijan Robinson, for those of you believers out there, was already taken by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in pick 19. A couple other Chargers notables that I would actually like to maybe see slip to the 21st pick. Christian Gonzalez, I think I would pass on a couple other players, including maybe some of the tight ends that I like, for that Christian Gonzalez pick. He'd be pretty nasty. Brian Branch is also a really nice defensive pick there. Quentin Johnson could end up being wide receiver 1 of this draft. Luke Van Ness, Nolan Smith. Yeah, a lot of options here. And again, it's really a melting pot when you get down to, like, I would say even like 13 to 21. Almost anything could happen. Myles Murphy, as a matter of fact, getting drafted right before the Chargers would have been a nice pick there as well. Let's see who's on the board. I know a lot of people can't see. And honestly, that's still on the board for me, right? If he falls to pick 21, Chargers, it's not like we've been awesome, right, versus the run for a while, although I don't know how good Kancey is versus the run. But my goodness, man, this would be a steal. This would be a steal in the first round if the Chargers do value him. And again, the Chargers, they've needed some help on the defensive line for a while, so just keep that in mind. I've seen him slipping a lot in a lot of mock drafts. Definitely on the table. The Chargers, I would say, more of a presence in terms of rushing from the interior, if that's what the Chargers want. But they did already sign a Morgan Fox, so maybe it's not as pressing of a need. Let's take a look here. Dalton Kincaid. You guys have been watching my videos, right? Dalton Kincaid has been a guy we've talked your ears out about. A lot of people view him as the next Travis Kelce. I don't know if I view him as a Travis Kelce, because, of course, Kelce's one of the best tight ends maybe ever. But I do view him as a very, very, very good tight end, especially if you put him in a good situation, like one would be if they had Justin Herbert as a quarterback. Dalton Kincaid on the board there. Hugo coming in with the 26 months. Thought my eyes were pulling an April Fool's on me, but it's good to have you here live stream again. Good to see you, man. I figure, again, I pulled a lot of legs today, and I was planning on doing a live mock draft today, and I was like, I think I want to do the April Fool's joke instead. And then after I was done with the April Fool's joke, I was like, I kind of want to do the mock draft anyway. Let's go ahead and do both. It's been a good time. I'm super excited to see everybody in the chat again here today. Good to see you, Hugo. Thank you so much. 26 months. Hard to believe we've been even in operation that long. We got Deonte Banks coming up next. This would be honestly a fantastic pick. And for me, it's difficult because I am of the opinion that the Chargers should go aggressive on offense this season. We've been aggressive on defense in the free agency last season. In the draft, outside of offensive linemen, we haven't really touched skill positions on offense in the longest time. However, the more I think about it, the more I'm feeling like corner's got to be on the table, man. You have got to be able to either replace a Vato next season if you don't re-sign him. And if you do re-sign him, what's going on with J.C. Jackson? Are we feeling okay there? Then you got Asante Samuel Jr. I just feel like as awesome as the DB group looks like right now, I don't know what it's going to look like in a couple years going forward. And do the Chargers maybe exercise a cut on J.C. Jackson the next couple of seasons? Or does that put them at cornerback? I like Deonte Banks enough to really consider pulling the trigger on a cornerback at 21. And I should say the same thing about Joey Porter, who I am higher on, but I like Deonte Banks. I should say measurables a little bit more than Joey Porter. Either way, both really good cornerbacks. And that position, I still think, needs a little bit more attention sneakily, especially into the future. All right? Brian, okay, so defensive line is still a maybe. You got to tackle Anton Harrison. Zay Flowers, also a very, very, very likely pick to the Chargers, as Kellen Moore and this offense needs speed. I know he's not the fastest guy. I know a lot of people are saying, let's go for Jalen Hyatt in the second round. I don't think he'll be available. But Zay Flowers, to me, is the guy with the best speed that also has more completeness than any other wide receiver in this draft. Does that make sense? Like, he's fast. Not the fastest, but fast. As well as having a well-rounded route tree, right? He can separation. He can get open. I think Jordan Addison has the best route tree in this draft. I think it's kind of crazy that he's dropped beneath Zay Flowers at this point. And I do think Jordan Addison's going to translate to the NFL a little bit better, but Zay Flowers just feels more like that guy the Chargers need at this time. So I don't know. And then you got Michael Mayer, personally one of my favorite tight ends in the draft because of his completeness. Will McDonald at edge, and then DeJuan Jones at tackle, which again, ooh, that's kind of crazy. We already have tackle kind of covered this season. So with everything on the board here, what are we going to do? Do we want to trade? Let's kind of see some of these trade options here. Who do we have? The Titans, the Buccaneers, and the Browns, whose next picks are 41, 50, and 74. So we would be trading completely out of the first round for one of these guys to come up. I don't know if I like that. As much as I do think trading down is a good option, and it could happen this season, with the names that are still on the board, and all this talent that's been pushed down the board because of edge and quarterback, I think I still want to take one of these guys. And as for my selfish perspective, I think selfishly I'm going to be pretty stubborn about offense. Right? Look at that defense and all the star power that it's boasting from the last couple of seasons. All the resources that it's taken up the last couple of seasons. I think it's the offense's turn. So in my selfish draft, I'm taking Dalton Kincaid out of Utah. We got Justin Herbert, his tight end, for the rest of his career, man. And again, there's a lot of talk. You guys saw my trade speculation, trade scenario of going out and get Kyle Pitts with that pick. Honestly, that would be an awesome move too. But either way, I think that tight end position, for whatever reason, is becoming that much more valuable in almost every offense in the NFL lately. A lot of teams that climb with a good tight end. And I would like to see Justin Herbert have that option for himself for the rest of his career. And again, no knock on Gerald Everett. No knock on Donald Parham. But Gerald Everett, likely going to move on. He reminds me of like a journeyman tight end. He's going to go to another team and still put up similar numbers, which are very solid numbers. But what I need from the tight end position for the Chargers is a tight end like Dalton Kincaid that's more of a featured weapon on this offense, especially now that we got a aging Keenan Allen. We got a, maybe wide receiver 1 Mike Williams going into the future. And then who knows? Who knows at wide receiver 3? I think Josh Palmer's certainly proven himself, but we need that speed. Maybe he gets bumped or shares that role. What can stay consistent is that tight end position, and that's what I want, something in there. Yeah, I like that a lot. Everett's kind of like a better Jared Cook. He is. And again, no knock on him. He's done great. He had a great season for us last season. But is he our answer forever, for the future of this team? I don't think so. I think the Chargers need something a little bit more consistent, something that's going to stick. You know what I mean? Throughout the seasons for Justin Herbert. So what do you guys think in the comment section of that first pick? What happened if Kancey's a bust, just like Jerry Tillery? And again, maybe we can all rest easy that we don't really need interior defensive line right now in terms of pass rush, right? That's why we re-signed Morgan Fox. So we should be feeling pretty good about Morgan Fox being our guy, at least for a couple of years, and then kind of moving on from there. So Kancey, as cool as he could be, I don't know if we have to worry about him being the next Jerry Tillery. Let's see what else the chat has to say here. Joey Porter would be elite in our system. I absolutely agree. I am of the opinion that he's not going to last till 21. But if he is, and it's him and Deonte Banks, who would you choose? That's actually a legitimate question for a lot of people. I still think I edge it to Joey Porter because I feel like he's more like ready for the NFL in terms of translating his talent. But Deonte Banks, he may end up having a higher ceiling because of that speed, right? He's crazy fast. So I don't know. You kind of have to, pick your poison in that. Hugo says it's good that there's a few solid running backs that we might be able to look for in the second or third round, if not Bijan. Our run game needs help aside Eckler. I pray he stays. That's an excellent observation there, Hugo. And it's something I actually do want to address while we're getting here into the second round. Okay, actually, we'll circle around and back to that in just a second. He says, Envy says, Ayo, Director, happy Fool's Day. So much I love help out Kellen. I'd prefer we go defense in the first round. Get the feeling that we're still a glass cannon. I feel that too. And honestly, the Chargers, if you take a look at their history and you take a look at Brandon Staley, it's very likely we do go defense in the first round. Me personally, on my selfish mock draft, I kind of want to go offense oriented, but you guys are going to have your shot here in just a second. Envy, good to see you, man. 20 months. Now, as for the running back situation, that Hugo pointed out. Let's take a look here in the second round as to who's available at running back. There's a couple of guys out there that would really knock your socks off, right, if they were still available. So let's go running back here. Devon A-Chain, man. This guy, there's a lot of people who are kind of split between Charbonnet and A-Chain. They're both fantastic, kind of depending on what you want. A-Chain's definitely a lot faster. And honestly, I see him more as a fit for the Chargers than Charbonnet. I think Charbonnet is more your bruiser guy, right? Maybe not even bruiser, but more of like the patient runner, that big bell cow kind of role. I don't know what you guys think. There's a couple options there in the second round. Now, what if Jahmyr Gibbs is available in the second round? Do we pull the trigger right away? I think we kind of have to, right? Gibbs is crazy fast. He's going to give you that receiving kind of flexibility that you need with an Austin Eckler. And the Austin Eckler situation hasn't been solved yet, folks. We don't know what's going on with Austin Eckler. And even if he does stay this year, which, again, all of us we should at least all desperately be hoping that he stays with the team. What if he doesn't get extended? What if it's his last year with the Chargers? Then his pick like Jahmyr Gibbs in the second round looks like a genius move. Because Gibbs, I don't know if he's got the ceiling of an Austin Eckler, 20 touchdowns a season, good Lord. But, I mean, you could utilize that guy and keep that receiving threat alive from the backfield. That's not a bad move right there. I don't know, man. Eddie, what's going on, man? I hope our boats trade completely out of the first round, get more draft picks, and inherit cheap rookie contracts. And that's something that they could definitely do. And that's a good point to be brought up, that rookie contracts might be a thing that the Chargers value more than even a guy at 21 with Justin Herbert's contract coming up. Second rounders, good on the team for 4 seasons at pretty much dirt cheap. That's not a bad option. Yeah, that's not a bad option. So Gibbs, if he was available, I would certainly consider it. I think A-Chain and Charbonnet are certainly on the board for me here. Let's take a look at the rest of the positions here. So let's go ahead and take rid of running back. Now, Tank Dell's been falling a lot. Where do you guys think he ultimately ends up? I think he ends up a late second rounder, right? Maybe early third. But some people are saying that he could drop even to the late third, early fourth, which is nuts to me. I don't think he does. Where do we think that we value him at this point? Aaron Adams coming in with the 4 months says, yo, much love, Director Bolt Up. Good to see you, Aaron. Appreciate that. Charbonnet can actually run unlike... Yeah, Charbonnet, again, we'll go over that here in just a second. 2 different kinds of running backs, for sure. Young, you need to... Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look here. So, Tank Dell, again, his combine hurt him, right? His 40 time definitely hurt him. All of a sudden, he doesn't go from this, hey, man, he could be a sub 4.5 guy, sub 4.4 guy, really bring the heat to an offense. All of a sudden, he went from that to like, I don't know, man. If he's that small, right? What is he, 5'8"? And he's also that slow? I'm not quite sure. Okay, we're at 4.49. All right. He ran a 4.49. So, yes, a sub 4.5, obviously. It's not slow, though. That's the biggest thing that I have to remind people, that even just because it's not a sub 4.4 doesn't mean it's slow. And the biggest thing that you're getting out of a Tank Dell is kind of like his slipperiness, right? Like his ability to separate, his ability to create space with his agility. It's kind of crazy what you can do with a Tank Dell. Kind of reminds me, like, maybe you can use him a little bit like Kadarius Toney with the Chiefs, right? And the Chargers, it feels like they've been wanting to do stuff like that for a long time. They just haven't had the guy with that skill set. I don't know. I kind of like that. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. We're going to get to your guys' mock draft here in just a second. Other guys that I kind of like. Where's John Johnson, bros? Is he not coming to the Chargers? I feel like he should be coming to the Chargers. That just makes so much sense to me. What if he doesn't come to the Chargers? Do we start looking at guys like Antonio Johnson? Brian Branch certainly fires up the draft board for me. Switching to Bears April Fools. Much love, Zeke. Antonio Johnson. Now, this guy, again, so he might not be a fit with a lot of football teams. Maybe not even the Chargers. I have to believe he kind of is a fit for the Chargers, though. Take a look at this guy. Box slot. He's another Derwin James out there. Right? And we talked a lot about this last season. Oh, my goodness. What was the other guy from FSU? That was he taken by the Buccaneers? I don't remember who he was drafted by. But anyway, there was another safety that kind of fit this mold last season. And having 2 of these guys, what would that do for the Chargers offense? What does that do for the flexibility of a Derwin James, which this defense is revolved around? I don't know. I like this guy a lot, man. Again, he's got some things he's got to work on. What does it say here? A playmaker around the line of scrimmage yet. So you can almost think of him more as like a linebacker, I guess, but he's still a safety, right? You can interchange him and Derwin James a little bit and keep that, like, I don't know, unpredictability when it comes to those guys. Here we go. We got Garrett Williams. This is somebody I've really been looking a lot at in the second round. And honestly, the more I think about it, dudes, the more I'm like, oh, we might actually do it. We might actually do it. And let me explain myself. The Chargers are going to be in a financial bind, right? Coming up pretty soon. I'm not going to say a bind because traditionally what happens with quarterbacks in the first couple of seasons, especially monster contracts like Justin Herbert's about to have, the first couple of seasons are usually pretty low. And then it gets into like the 50 mils a year kind of range. To prepare for that, maybe the Chargers do not decide to extend a Michael Davis, in which a guy like Garrett Williams kind of starts to become an interesting option. Because in other seasons, I think Garrett Williams is a first rounder. I really do. You know why he's not being drafted in the first round? And pretty high in the first round at that. It's because of an ACL injury. I think I actually listed over here. Yeah, he tore his ACL midway through 2022. That's not good. That's not good. But what the Chargers could have in this guy, again, and it's a flexibility that you find because you don't have too many needs anywhere in the roster, is that they could spend their second rounder and sit on him a season. Right? And then they have their answer for Vato next year, and then all of a sudden they got an outside corner that is just awesome in man. This dude's awesome in man coverage, and that's kind of where I see the Chargers shifting in terms of their defense, even this last season. So, I mean, I don't know. Garrett Williams, I'm really starting to look at him. Maybe he is another. That's a great comment down there, Douglas. That is a great comment. He says it could be another Jason Verrett. And that's true. He could be. But you know what would the Chargers have looked like if Verrett stayed on the field just a season or two longer? I don't know. That would have been a smashing pick. And again, that's a great comparison in terms of the situation. But Garrett Williams, we'd have to wait and see how severe that ACL tear is. Athletes are coming back from it a lot sooner. We don't really need him to step into that role for the first season. It creates flexibility for 2024. I don't know. Joey Porter. Yeah, Joey Porter would certainly be on my list if he was there in the first round. All right, so let's go ahead and pick a player here. Who's a couple of guys still available? Charbonnet, Ricks, Brents. Again, Jamie Robinson, man. All these FSU corners. Like another guy that would be awesome, right? He would just be awesome. Isaiah Foskey. Oh! Who's a fan of Foskey, man? Or Foskey, sorry. Who's a fan of Isaiah? Chargers love themselves some Notre Dame players. This guy is the lead, I think, sack leader in the program of the Fighting Irish. 23 sacks and 65 pressures the last 2 seasons. Right? The highest pressure to sack conversion rates. That's crazy. I like this guy a lot. I feel like he would be a pretty sneaky good pick even in the second round if the Chargers still looking for edge. Me personally, there's a couple of guys that kind of come to mind that were here a little bit higher. I think Tank Dell, if he's still there, I really have to consider it. Chargers really going in on that offense, and this is my selfish offense draft, right? I like Antonio Gibson a lot, Garrett Williams a lot. I like Sidney Brown a lot, too. This guy's more of like, I don't know, maybe a bit of a safer pick, right? Only 5'10", but man, is this dude's kind of lethal, right? I like him a lot. But in my selfish pick, because we got to keep things moving, we're just going to go Tank Dell and feel good about it. Chargers need that speed, and again, 4.49 is not slow. And it also gives them the flexibility to maybe like utilize him and Josh Palmer at the same time, interchanging those roles, whatever. It just feels like you can do a lot with Tank Dell, and it opens up what options Justin Herbert's going to have on offense. So, I don't know. I think edge is certainly on the table for me, too. I like Andre Carter a lot. Some people say he could look like the next Mad Max. Some people really do. I like Foskey as well. I'm just going to go with Tank Dell here because, again, I'm kind of going heavy on the offense. So let's go Tank Dell in the second round. And let's go ahead and speed things up here as we're getting into the third and fourth round. Tank Dell in the third or Jaden Reed. Now, here's an interesting scenario here, too. I'm going to actually take a look and see where he got drafted. Let's see. There's Laporta. So Jalen Hyatt ended up going in pick, was it 41? I have to pause it. Hang on. Jalen Hyatt ended up going pick 41 to the Tennessee Titans. So there's a scenario where maybe the Chargers trading down might not be a bad idea. Look who just went back-to-back. Who would be upset with this pick? Jalen Hyatt followed by a Darnell Washington. If the Chargers had 2 second-round picks because they traded out of the first completely. I don't think I would be upset with that at all. Who would be upset with that? Who would like that? I don't know. You guys keep an eye on that. Again, you guys have 2 drafts coming up for the chat. You guys keep that in mind. Jalen Hyatt and Darnell Washington both went in the second round back-to-back. And those 2 guys on the Chargers would be a pretty nice combo on offense. Although I do like Dalton Kincaid a lot more than Darnell Washington for the Chargers. Jalen Hyatt, I do like a lot more than Tank Dell. So Have to wait and see. Let's go ahead and resume draft here. And there's our second team now, the Bears. Chargers coming up there. So Foskey going all the way down to the Bills to a pick number 59. It's interesting. And again, the unpredictability of the draft is going to make everybody like, oh my God, I wish we regret to take this guy. We could have waited on that guy, whatever. I feel like take what you need, right? Take where you see value and don't look back. And in terms of risk and reward too, that's where I think this season's unique because of the Chargers' position on need. Not incredible need, at least not for this season. And that really helps you future-proof this team a little bit. And that's why, again, picks like edge, picks like corner, any picks on defense really could very much so future-proof that unit for a while. And maybe it just comes down to who's available at pick number 21 for Tom Telesco, right? Maybe it's like, we're not really committed to either side. We'd like offense for Kellen Moore, but if there's somebody there on defense, Brandon could always use more help. I think both are certainly on the table. So we got 200 people in the chat right now, man. Hey, shout out to everybody. Hit that like button, dudes. Honestly, I was only expecting like 50 of you guys in here today. Well, GG's. Happy April Fool's mock draft. Let's see what's the directors got cooking here in the third round. Garrett Williams just fell to the third. Could that really happen? I think it could. Another sleeper, Michael Wilson. This dude, man, when it comes to upside and sleeper value, Michael Wilson is some people's like wide receiver 5. Wide receiver 4 even. Because of what he did in his Senior Bowl, right? Or something like that. Michael Wilson is just, he's got a lot of upside. Do the Chargers future-proof wide receiver as well? I know we already have Mike Williams, which they kind of play similar roles, but having 2 of them and then a really nice slot, I don't know. Kind of depends. Right? We're going to keep this thing going. Jordan Battle, nice out of Alabama. Jimmy Robinson's still there at pick number 85. Dorian Williams is one of my favorite prospects in the third round. Coverage linebacker that covers your butt going forward in the future. Tank Bigsby is a great third round option at running back. 6 foot, 210 pounds. Gives you that variety at the position. Ajomo, defensive line. I feel fine with that in the third round. Schoonmaker is definitely not a bad pick either, dudes. If we still have a need at tight end. Keep him in mind, right? Decent block grade. Nice receiving option there. What did he do last season? He put up 418 and 3. He seems to have a nice availability to him. A lot of people, including myself, Kendre Miller. Kind of a sleeper guy for a lot of people, too. Looks really, really nice. Between him and Tank Bigsby, ooh, that's actually kind of a battle in my mind, too. A lot of people like Tyjae Spears a lot, too. He's a sleeper. Overshown's a great linebacker as well in the third round. Turner. Who's the other guy? Deuce Vaughn. A lot of people like Deuce Vaughn. People have been messaging me about Deuce Vaughn. He'd be interesting. Ivan Pace, people have been saying looks really nice, too. Actually, Ivan Pace has been one of those sleepers that a lot of people are like, hey, man, go take a look what this guy did in run defense and pass rush. Decent coverage grade, too. Maybe this is the round Chargers go with linebacker. There's a lot of really good linebackers here. JL Skinner's not bad, too. There's some good names. There's some good names still available here. What do you guys think? Who got picked in the first round? We picked up Dalton Kincaid in the first round. I think for me, and again, selfish draft, I do want to go offense. Garrett Williams, is it possible that he drops to the third round? A potential first-round pick? If he does, then I'm feeling like something's like very, very wrong, right? We're going to go a little bit more realistic with this pick. I'm going to go Dorian Williams. I'm going to feel very good about it. Dorian Williams, if you guys haven't seen much on him, I think he could end up being the best coverage linebacker in this draft. And in the NFL, linebacker, if you can't coverage, what good is it anymore, right? It feels like the linebacker position has just turned into a bunch of safeties. And Dorian Williams, he feels like one of the best coverage guys in the draft in the terms of the linebacker position. The Chargers just got rid of Drew Tranquill. There's a situation going on there. We got Eric Kendricks for a couple of seasons. Dorian could be his successor. And maybe he's the guy we finally stick to at linebacker, especially since that's kind of his deal. He's got that trait that the Chargers want. So, yeah. Yeah, Garrett Williams does have injury problems. He certainly does. But in the third round, that's really tough to let go of. What do you guys think of that? We definitely need to address the safety position in the draft. I do agree. There's part of me that's just like, John Johnson III is still out there. For some reason in my gut, I just feel like that's already a done deal, right? Maybe that's being naive, but like, it just feels like, why hasn't it happened yet? Is there a money issue? Is there an injury issue? Is there a talent issue? What's going on? Because if we get John Johnson before this draft even kicks off, we're in a really good spot. Like, we're in a really, really good spot in terms of that position. Because he fits the system so well. He's got familiarity with Brandon Staley. It's nice. It's definitely nice. Our entire offense basically Eckler. We need to help him. Yeah, we do. We do. So in this draft, we certainly got him a couple of really nice playmakers to help at wide receiver and tight end. We got Tank Dell. We got Dalton Kincaid. We're feeling pretty good about it. Feeling dang good about it. Luke Schoon's amazing blocking tight end. Yeah, Schoon is very good too. And again, he reminds me of, maybe again, you got your budget Dalton Kincaid in Sam Laporta, and then maybe you got your budget Michael Mayer in Schoonmaker. A little bit. Again, both of them have some serious things they got to work on, and maybe a more so like things that are yet to be discovered. There's just not enough of some of the things that you're looking for, but who knows? The upside could be there. Now, pick round 4. All right, and as a reminder, do they show like the picks that we had? They'll show it here in just a second. We took tight end, we took wide receiver, we took a linebacker. And Ivan Pace being here in the 4th round kind of hurts because I think I would have been happy with that too. Him and Dorian both look very, very nice. Of course, Ivan's not that prototypical size. That's why he probably dropped. That's something to look for. Ivan Pace is certainly a guy. Deuce Vaughn is somebody a lot of people are very high on. Kobe Turner, somebody else too, people have been looking at. Very good run defender. And the Chargers just lost Braden Fayoko. That's something definitely to consider. Let's go all offense. Let Staley figure out. Yeah. What about that tight end from Old Dominion? Oh, dudes. He would be awesome. Where did he end up going? I'm betting you he went in the 2nd round. And I'm having a complete brain fart on the name here. Let's go tight end. Zach Kuntz. Oh, Zach Kuntz is still available here. That's something to keep in consideration. Where are we at? Pick number 125. I don't see why he wouldn't be a 2nd round pick. That's stupid. We're in round 4. I would be stupid excited to get Zach Kuntz, dude, in the 4th round. There's actually a couple of really nice tight ends right here. I like Davis Allen a lot, too, out of Clemson. Some people like Mallory a lot. But we're kind of there. We're kind of there at the point where it's like there's a couple of guys I still like, and then after that, I don't know. But Zach Kuntz, dude, I mean, if you didn't see this guy's like 40 and combat and all that kind of like 6'7", he's freakishly athletic. I like them both, man. I like him quite a bit. So we've got to keep that in mind. He's in these drafts, at least, he's still available in the 4th round. I see him more as like a 2nd, 3rd rounder. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and take tight end off the board. We already have ourselves a tight end. That's a good point there, Hugo. I haven't been looking for him. I haven't been looking for him in these drafts because I figured that he was going in the 2nd round. That's crazy. Yeah, he would look good in powder blue. Is the director faster than Keenan? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Deuce Vaughn, interesting pick here too. This guy's fast. This guy's got a lot. He's only 5'5", but again, he's one of those guys that you want to mix and match. And if the Chargers have any issue with the Austin Eckler going forward, Deuce Vaughn could be like our new lightning bug, right? Lightning bug 2.0 in the next couple of seasons. If we really do want to like future proof at running back, he's got that kind of upside. Do I want to spend another 4th round pick on running back? I don't really think so, but that's a really good option to have there in the 4th. We got the other Fayoko at edge. Maybe not bad. Ronnie Hickman is actually not a bad idea here too. 6-foot safety at Ohio State. Really good coverage, and he's also a nice like run support kind of safety as well. I like him quite a bit. Ronnie Hickman. Let's see, Sean Tucker. There's another guy too. Oh, Johnson, dude. There's another guy a lot of people say are being slept on because he was playing behind Bijan. A lot of people say that he would be awesome if he had a chance to play in a system where he was featured. That's a pretty interesting to think about as well. Zach Kuntz is an awesome pick here too if we didn't pick tight end. What are you guys thinking? I'm thinking, I mean, you probably got to take Turner, right? And I don't think he'd be available here. Again, yeah, he's more of a 3rd rounder. He's a great run defense guy. Yeah, a lot of people like Johnson too. Abdullah at edge. Maybe we have to finally go edge. Safety. I mean, we have JT. As of right now, we don't have John Johnson, though. Do we want to take a 4th rounder and hope that maybe we can rotate him in a little bit? He's overall not too bad. Yeah, JL Skinner's pretty good, too. Ronnie Hickman. I think for me, it's between Ronnie Hickman. It probably would have been Ivan Pace if we didn't take middle linebacker in the third. Kobe Turner. We need the depth. I know he'll probably not be here, but I'm going to take him anyway. I think Turner, you need to, especially after losing Fayoko. Who do we have behind now? We got Tito. We got ASJ. We got we got Austin Johnson, and we got Sebastian Joseph Day. All right? I think we need the depth. I think we need the depth on defensive line. Got in late. Who are we taking the first 3 rounds? We got Kincaid, Tank Dell, and Dorian Williams. And then followed up by defensive lineman Kobe Turner. That's my selfish draft, okay? And we're going to let this next one go a little bit faster, but that's just kind of my thinking. These are mock drafts, right? Mock drafts. So what do you guys think? We're going to keep this one on the board. I like it. I'm actually pretty cool with that. I would have liked to go more offensive oriented. Thank you against Chris so much for the 2. I would like to go more offense, but that's pretty solid in my mind. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Now it's your guys' turn. You guys ready? You guys ready? It's the Bolt fam's turn. Now, the way this is going to work is that we're going to isolate a couple of picks depending on what I see in the chat. And then you guys get to decide with a numeral value who we're picking in each round. Okay? Round's going to go a little bit faster this time. Let's go ahead and start off here. Let's go ahead and say... I want to say trades, but it could get really complicated with the chat. So we're going to say no trades. We're going to let it go fast. So let's do this again. Literally a dream 3 rounds. I'm set on Kincaid. Yep, Kincaid would be awesome. Let's do this, Bolt fam. Thank you again, Chris. Here comes our second mock draft. This one's for the Bolt fam, controlled by the Bolt fam. All right, here we go. No trades, unfortunately. Again, it would be a little bit too complicated in the chat here. All right, first round. Woo! That's nuts. That's nuts. I can't tell you guys what to do here, but you guys see that name at the top of the board right now? Excuse me, sir. That's crazy. That's crazy. Quentin Johnston is still on the board. We got Dalton Kincaid, Deontay Banks, Zay Flowers, Bijan is still on the board. Now let's take a look at the chat, guys. Type in the chat who you guys want. I'll scroll a little bit further down for those of you guys that really want BJ Ojolari, Uzama, Smith. You guys let me know. Luke Musgrave, some people really like him. These are some of the names available. I'm going to start reading some of these off, and then we're going to choose 3 for you guys to choose from. I'm seeing Quentin Johnson. I'm seeing Bijan. I'm seeing Nolan Smith. And Kincaid still. Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot. All right. All right. All right. I'm seeing a lot of Bijan. Wow. This is your guys' draft, so you guys get to choose. So we're gonna take the top 3 here, okay? We're gonna say, is Nolan Smith still in here? No, he got drafted. He got drafted. So we're gonna say, if you guys in the chat, if you want Bijan Robinson, who's still on the board, type 1 in the chat. If you want Quentin Johnston, wide receiver out of TCU, type 2 in the chat. If you want Dalton Kincaid, type 3 in the chat. Let's do that now. Those are the 3 names I saw the most of. Quentin Johnson, Dalton Kincaid, and Bijan Robinson. Okay? So I'm seeing 1 1 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 1 1 2 2 2 2 2. Ooh, it's really kind of split between Quentin. It's really split between Quentin and Bijan. Oh, dudes, I gotta tell you, man. I gotta tell you, from the number value that I'm seeing right now, I'm seeing it's a tie. Not even a tie. It's between Johnston and Bijan, and I think at this point Bijan is taking it. I would say it's kind of close, but Bijan's saying we got to get a voting system on YouTube or something like that, right? I think Bijan's taking it. So the first round, the Los Angeles Chargers will have selected running back out of Texas, maybe the next prodigy offensive player, maybe even the best player in the entirety of this draft, Bijan Robinson, off the board at pick 21 to the Los Angeles Chargers. Isn't there a poll? We'll have to take a look. I'm pretty sure there is. I remember there used to be on Twitch. We'll take a look there in a second. I'm pretty sure that my eyeballs are telling me there's a lot of 2s, a lot of 1s, but a lot more 1s. So Bijan Robinson is your first selection in the first round. Chargers got themselves a beast at running back. And again, a lot of people will argue like, what if Austin Eckler stays? Good. If he stays, we are certainly set at running back this season. That 1-2 punch is going to be probably the best in the NFL. And then depending on what Austin Eckler does next season, no matter what, we're good. Because Bijan is as lethal a receiver as he is a running back as well. Kind of insane. Kind of insane. Something about being picked 21 and LT comp makes me excited. Yeah, a lot of people. And again, that LT comp is for real. A lot of people, if you guys are wondering what he's talking about, Bijan Robinson, in terms of NFL comps, has been compared to LaDainian Tomlinson. That's like his number one comparison is LT. Imagine having another one on this roster. I don't think we'll ever see another LT on the team, but someone compared to him, that's quite the honor for all Chargers fans. All right, we're here in the second round now. Second round for the Bolt fam. There's some talent here, guys. And again, I'm not quite sure how likely this is for like a Thule to go before is Uzama, but I mean, it happened. You got Henley, who's a great blitzing, I would say, linebacker. Dell, Antonio Johnson, Garrett Williams, Andre Carter, another good edge. Sidney Brown. We got the other Tomlinson, and speaking of LT, this is LT's nephew at corner. Again, I'm not quite sure that the fit is there, but I mean, he looks really good in the second round. Siaka Ika, what do you guys think? What do you guys think in the chat? We'll try and narrow it down to 3 again. You guys go ahead and let me know in the chat who you're looking for. Somebody said Mims. Mims is actually not a bad pick either. Is he still available? Where is he on this list? Marvin Mims. He's not even projected till pick 114. Yeah, he's more of your fourth rounder, your third, fourth rounder. Maybe you can get lucky there. I don't know. You guys let me know. So who am I seeing in the chat? I'm seeing Dell. Felix. Felix is a good option. What safety is on the board? The best safety, in my opinion, is Antonio Johnson. That would be a really good pick. He's not a traditional safety, but you can switch him around with Derwin James. Somebody said Zach Kuntz. Some people say Laporta. This is tough. This is really, really tough. Who do we have left at tight end? I'll give you guys a look here. At tight end, you got Tucker Kraft. You got Kuntz, who could still be there in the third round, mind you. You guys have 4 rounds. Kuntz would be. I would take him in the second round, but I mean, again, we'll see what the chat has to say here. So I think the first 2 players we're going to include here are Felix and Udike Uzama. I think that's a great selection here, especially since he's available. He shouldn't be available here. I'm seeing Tank Dell. And then the third one, a lot of people are saying Zach Kuntz. I see a couple Incas in there. Okay. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. So if you guys want Felix and Udike Uzama, edge rusher out of Kansas State, put 1 in the chat. If you want Tank Dell, place 2 in the chat. And if you guys want, let's say, the best safety on the board, let's go with Antonio Johnson. Put 3 in the chat. 3 in the chat. We got to include that safety. I was going to put Zach Kuntz in here, but I think we can see him in the next round. Put 4 for Zach Kuntz. Put 4 for Zach Kuntz. I have to be fair to the chat. 4 for Zach Kuntz. So, I'm just seeing 1s all over the place, guys. I see 2 in there. A couple of 2s in there for Tank Dell, but I'm seeing a ton of 1s in there. And I think it's an intelligent pick, too. I think it's an intelligent pick, too. Is you a Paris fan? Was you playing? That was an April Fool's joke, my man. Hey, Eric says, I'm so late to the live chat. Director, you inspired me to quit vaping. I turned 28 on March 16th and quit vaping on my birthday. Hey, Eric, dude, keep it up, man. Keep it up, dude. Congratulations. It's tough, but keep it up. You guys didn't know, I quit vaping about a month ago. It's really tough, but keep going, man. You got this, Eric. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. All right, so based on the chat here, I think it was actually more of a tie between 1 and 3, which would have been your safety, but not even a tie. It was Felix Adike Uzama who won the pick there, and that's a great edge. That's a great value getting an edge in the second round. So we're going to go ahead and take him for the Chargers defense and feel really, really good about it, actually. That would be a fantastic value in the second round. Fantastic value. So far, the Bolt fam's not looking too bad. Here we've got a third-round pick. Who we got available? We've got Garrett Williams. Again, he could be a Jason Verrett, or he could be a massive steal if you're allowing him to sit a season. You got Hodges Tomlinson, LT's nephew. You got Jamie Robinson, another awesome safety out of FSU. And then, of course, you got guys like Dorian Williams. You got Zach Kuntz. You got Tajay Spears. Who are you guys thinking in the third round? Ivan Pace is not bad, too. You guys put in the chat who you want as your top 3 to vote for. I see a Robinson. I see a ton of Jamies. I see a ton of Jamie Robinsons. I see a Michael Wilson. I see an Ivan Pace. I see a Kuntz out there. I see Tomlinson. Okay. Okay, I think we're narrowing it down here. So, in the chat, everybody. Oh, is Mim still available? That's a good question. I mean, we just took... we just took an edge, right? So that's actually not a bad idea. Michael Wilson. Trey Palmer's still available. He's a great option. I do not see Mims. I do not see Mims, unfortunately. He was taken just a few rounds before us. A few picks before us. Eric says, I had some absolutely wicked nightmares dreams since I quit, but sunflower seeds have been my best friend when I get a craving. Good on you, man. Good on you. All I'm going to say is that, and maybe some of you guys noticed, and maybe you can still notice, but I used food to distract me from vaping, from quitting vaping, and I put on a lot of weight. I'm talking like literally, it was so easy too as well in 1 month to put on like 15 pounds, like 20 pounds. So I'm working on getting that back down. But like 2 or 3 videos ago, I was kind of like this. I was really starting to look at. Anyway, so if we're gonna, I think I have my top 3 that we're gonna go with here. Okay, guys. I think if you guys in the chat want cornerback Hodges Tomlinson, LT's nephew, type 1 in the chat. If you want Jamie Robinson, safety out of Florida State, type 2 in the chat. If you want Zach Kuntz, tight end out of Old Dominion, type 3 in the chat. Here we go, guys. Let's go. 1s, 2s, or 3s? 1s, 2s, or 3s? You got LT's nephew at 1. You got Jamie Robinson at 2, and you got Kuntz at 3. I'm seeing a 1. I'm seeing 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. Okay, so I think it's between Jamie Robinson and Zach Kuntz. And honestly, dudes, keep it going. Keep it going. I'm seeing a lot of 1s in there too. LT's nephew certainly still on the board. I wish, we'll look for a voting system with the next one just so we have the actual number. But I honestly think that the safety out of Florida State's going to win it. There's a lot of 3s now, though, too. Crap. All right. We'll let the fate decide. Because I see so many 2s and so many 3s. This here's a challenge coin. My buddy got it for me for Christmas. All right? For those of you guys that are huge fans of The Mandalorian. There we go. Let's see if we can get it into focus. This is a challenge coin. Right? So we'll say heads is Jamie Robinson. And tails is Zach Kuntz. All right? Here we go. Looks like you boys just drafted a Jamie Robinson. There you go, baby. Jamie Robinson, welcome to the Chargers. Round 3. And the Chargers get that safety they needed so desperately. Looking pretty good. I would see LT's nephew on the Chargers. Not sure he's the right foot. Yeah, I was feeling the same thing. I think he would be good, but maybe a bit of a fit issue. Here we are at round 4, everybody. You guys got your safety. You got your edge. You got your... who did we take in the first round? Bijan Robinson. You guys got your halfback. Let's take a look and see who's still available here in the 4th and final round of the first Bolt Fan mock draft. All right? Just for kicks and giggles, do we have that tight end still available? He is gone. Zach Kuntz, he went at 116. Davis Allen is also a pretty nice option right here, man. He's a decent run blocker. Maybe not the best receiver, but he's not a bad option. Josh Wiley, also not too bad, right? 85 receiving grade, also a decent blocker. So you're kind of in that realm. I think Mallory's more of a receiver. Yes, he is. Not a great blocker, definitely a good receiver. So there's a couple options there if you guys want tight end. All right, I'm not saying you have to. We also have Deuce Vaughn. You guys already got a running back. You got Abdullah. You guys already got an edge. You can go double edge if you want. There's Abdullah. There's Wooden. There's Fayoko. Ronnie Hickman. But you guys already got a safety. Jalen Moreno Cropper, wide receiver. There's another running back. You can get his backup to come with him to the Chargers. And Roshan Johnson. He's been insane. Keandre Coburn. Jair Brown, another safety. You got another linebacker here in Cam Jones. What are you guys feeling? Another running back here in Keaton Mitchell. He's awesome. I love him. What are you guys feeling? You guys want wide receiver? Let's take a look at wide receiver. At wide receiver. We just missed Josh, or we just missed Trey Palmer, huh? Trey Palmer probably went actually quite a bit higher than that. He might have gone in the third round. That's crazy. Anyway, here's your options at wide receiver. If you guys looking for wide receiver, you got Cropper, you got Wheaton, you got Hutchinson, you got Jarrett, and these guys you're really kind of reaching when you kind of get down to this point here. So those are your wide receiver options. Yeah, it looks like Trey Palmer's not on the board. That would have been a good pick here in the 4th round. Yeah, you guys like Ford Wheaton? Actually, yeah, Ford Wheaton's actually sneaky fast, isn't he? If I remember. Oh, I just passed him again. There he is. Bryce Ford Wheaton. Yeah, this guy's like sneaky fast, right? Does anybody have his 40 at the top of your mind? I remember him being sneaky fast. I mean, if you guys want, yeah, we can definitely go wide receiver. So let's go ahead. And he's quite a bit down there. Where are we? Wheaton's at 145. We're at 125. So it's a bit of a reach. But if you guys want, we can put his name on the board. Couple options there. So what do you guys think? Somebody likes Hutchinson a lot. Somebody likes Wheaton. So I think I've seen enough Wheatons for... Okay, well, if you guys like Wheaton, we'll go ahead and put him on there. What else, guys? What else? You guys like Cropper as well? Jalen Moreno Cropper. I wish we knew more about this guy. You guys let me know. Speed wide receiver or cornerback. Cornerback's also probably a pretty good move here. Let's take a look at the corners. You got Clark, Moss. Again, maybe a bit of a reach at this point, but I really like Mekhi Blackman too. This is one of my sleepers. Look at this guy, man. He's crazy. I like this guy Blackman a lot too. He's probably more of a 5th rounder though. What are you guys thinking? So in the 4th round, I know we're a little bit undecided here. We could go another edge and feel good. We could go another wide receiver, or we could go another safety. Let's go ahead and put a couple of guys. Let's put 2 wide receivers. Let's put Jalen Moreno Cropper. If you guys want him, type 1 in the chat. If you guys want the other guy, Bryce Ford Wheaton, type 2 in the chat, and then I'll give you guys a third option that I think is not a bad option here. Is he the one that was pretty good versus the run? Nah, he wasn't. I'll give you guys the tight end option. Davis Allen is great. I think the Chargers would benefit more from Mallory, but he's definitely down there. Maybe not Davis Allen. I don't know. Davis Allen would be a great tight end 3. Like what we hoped to get out of McKitty. Like he's a really good blocker. I'm going to put him in there anyway. We'll put him in there. 3. All right. So if you guys want Cropper, type 1. If you want Ford Wheaton, type 2. And if you want... Oh, Mekhi Blackman's so good, too. Maybe we do need a corner. Let's do Mekhi Blackman at 3. All right. Eric says, what do you think of Johnson going to left guard and Sawyer going to right guard? Sorry, I know it's not draft late, but I'm waiting to live chat. Oh, no worries, man. Johnson going to left guard and Sawyer going to right guard. Because those are their native positions, right? I think they're probably just going to stick with what worked in the draft, or at least on the field this last season. So I would expect more so that to see Sawyer on the left side and Zion on the right. I think they would find pretty good homes there, but you never know. That's not a bad option to have in your back pocket if they play those positions in college. So I'm seeing a lot of 1s. I'm seeing mostly 2s. 4th round's probably a little bit tough. So let's go ahead and go with Bryce Ford Wheaton. And while we're on here, man, I'm actually going to go look. Bryce Ford Wheaton, 40. I remember him being kind of sneaky. Runs an official 4.38. That's a really good time, man. That's a really good time. Sub 4.4. And the chat does it again, man. That's a good time. That's a good speed. You guys got a nice speedy option at wide receiver in the 4th round. That's not too bad. Thank you so much, Hugo. That's not too bad at all. That's a good pick. So here's the Bolt fam's first mock draft. I gotta say, I'm not too upset about it. I thought they said they were switching spots. Did they really? Eric, I'll have to take a look into that. Because if they are switching spots, I mean, there's a reason for it. And if they're both more comfortable there, especially now that Sawyer's earned a starting position, or starting spot. I guess that's not bad at all. That's cool. TT said they were. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Then I like it. Again, more native spots for both players. You definitely can't hate on it. Thank you guys. I appreciate that, man. Almost cried seeing the Bears April Fool's video. Dudes, we lost like 50 subs on that video. So worth it, though. So worth it. Theories is no more April Fool's jokes, please, director. And yes, they're switching spots. Hell yeah, dudes. I'm about it. I'm about it. I'm definitely about it. I'm definitely about it. I like it. So let's go ahead and start our next mock draft here as we wind down the stream. It's been pretty fun. We're going to do full 7 rounds. And again, if we don't know what we're doing, rounds 4 through 7, it's all right. We'll start, splitting hairs a little bit. But now that we know how this draft shook out, you guys can do this completely again if you want. You can go Bijan, Uzama, Robinson, all in that order again if you want. But kind of seeing how things kind of worked out the first time, maybe use some of that knowledge to maybe decide what you want to do this next time. Yeah? We got a lot of you guys with that April Fool's joke. Man, that was a 20-minute committed video to the Bears. And only the people that survived all the way to the end were like, oh, okay. I had to change the title of that video after like an hour because like we were losing so many subs. As a matter of fact, I think the last time I checked, we lost 50 subs. Okay, some of them are coming back. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's start the last mock draft of the day. Last mock draft of the day. Good on the April Fool's joke. Gave me Smith Kincaid. Can't see the first. Mims round 2. I like it. I mean, some people take Mims in the round 2 all day. I appreciate that. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Theory. Thank you, Steve Simmons. Good to see everybody back in the chat. Let's get to the Chargers. Last Bolt fam mock draft here. It's good. This one's going to go pretty fast, all right? This one's going to go pretty fast. Look at your options. Taken right before us was Bijan, Michael Marin, Nolan Smith. Quentin Johnson's also off the board. This is actually a very interesting scenario for the Bolt fam, man. What are you guys going to do? What are you guys going to do? Real quick, man. Thank you so much to Theory with a $10 holler. He says, do we trade Eck if we pick Bijan? What compensation do you think we could receive back? It's not a bad idea if they want to trade Eckler. Like, if they get to that conclusion, like we have Bijan, I think we can let Eck go to a place that he wants more money. We could do that, but it would probably happen during the draft. And I think Eckler would probably return a 3rd-round pick at the very most. Maybe a 4th. And that's still not bad, right? I think you're more trading him to let him go. Play where he wants to play. Theory, thank you so much for the $10 holla. Appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. All right, so here's what's available in the second mock draft. We got Joey Porter, which is crazy. I'm seeing a lot of Porters in the chat, man. I'm seeing Dalton Kincaid, Banks, Zay Flowers, Will McDonald is probably your best edge. Let's go with that. So you guys in the comment section, what are we looking at? I'm seeing Porter. I'm seeing Flowers. Some people want to trade down for Hyatt. We're not going to do trades, but that's not a bad idea. We got one Cansey. Okay, so I think the first I think we got our 3. We got our 3. All right. In the chat, if you guys want Joey Porter to the Los Angeles Chargers, type 1 in the chat. Type 1 in the chat. If you want Dalton Kincaid to the Los Angeles Chargers, type 2 in the chat. And finally, if you want Zay Flowers to the Los Angeles Chargers, type 3 in the chat. Those are your 3 that we're going to pick for the first round. Porter 1, Kincaid 2, Flowers 3. Go. I'm seeing 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 3, 3, 3, 3, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. It's between Kincaid and Flowers, folks. Kincaid and Flowers. I'm seeing 2s and 3s all over the place. 2s and 3s. I saw a lot of 1s at the beginning, but they slowed down very quick. It's between Kincaid and Zay Flowers. Number 3 is Zay Flowers. Number 2 is Kincaid. Lots and lots and lots of 3s and 2s. Wow, this is going to be tough. I think we're going to have to go to the coin flip again. You guys are very split. I think, honestly, if I'm being honest with you guys, I think Zay Flowers may have edged it, but I can't be certain. So here we go. We're going to the coin flip. All right. Heads, you got yourself a Dalton Kincaid. Tails, you got yourself a Zay Flowers. You ready? Here we go. And you guys have just drafted a Zay Flowers. If you guys can see it. Zay Flowers. Coming to the Chargers, speedy wide receiver out of Boston College. You boys got your wide receiver. And probably, again, that wouldn't be a bad pick, everybody. Everybody that wanted Everybody that wanted a Kincaid, which I honestly probably would have taken him if it were me. If the Chargers decided to bypass that and go wide receiver, that's really not a bad pick. That's a very, very nice pick there. You got yourself your speedy wide receiver to pair with Justin Herbert for a long time. Again, not a burner, but certainly a very, very good option there. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Here we go into the second round, guys. We're going to go a little bit quicker here. Now we got Tank Dell still on the board. We got Thule, very good interior edge, right? You got Williams still. You got Carter. A couple of nice edge players still on the board, right? You got Sidney Brown, who I like a lot. You still got Jamie Robinson. You guys in the chat. You still got Devin A-Chain, man. That's pretty crazy. And then Derek Hall. A lot of people like him in the second round, too. Yeah, there's some good names still here in the second round. Who do you guys want? You guys want the linebacker in Henley? I'm seeing one Henley out of Theory. Henley would be very cool, very interesting. One of those few linebackers worth the early pick, right? Maybe not the best in coverage, but he's probably what the Chargers wanted out of a Kenneth Murray, kind of playing that role a little bit. I'm seeing a lot of Charbonnets. Holy crap. A couple of Thules, Charbonnet. I'm seeing one more Tank Dell. Okay, so we're going to go these three. Wow, a lot of Charbonnets. Trade down for Jahmyr Gibb. I'm pretty sure he's already taken. All right. So type 1 in the chat. Type 1 in the chat if you guys want Thule. Tui Pilotu is a great edge player coming out of USC. Type 2 in the chat if you want Charbonnet, who we're seeing a lot in the chat. 2 for Charbonnet. And type 3 in the chat. Oh, man. Who's the third one? Let's just go between those two. I'm seeing a lot. Mostly those two. Thule and Charbonnet. 1 for Thule, 2 for Charbonnet. Go. Oh, 3 for Hodges. That's fair. 3 for Hodges Tomlinson. 3 for LT's nephew. All right. 3 for LT's nephew. 1 for Thule, 2 for Charbonnet, 3 for LT. Go. So I'm seeing 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3. Wow, it's kind of between LT and Charbonnet all of a sudden. 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2. Wow, guys. We're probably going to have to go to the coin flip again. You know what, dudes? 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3. It's so close. Again, it's close. Here we go again. Coin flip. All right. Heads, you get your running back. Tails, you get your corner. Here we go. It's tails again. You guys are getting your corner. You guys are getting your corner. You guys are drafting Travius Hodges Tomlinson out of TCU, the nephew of LaDainian Tomlinson, cornerback. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Here we are in the third round. Let's keep it moving. You still got Garrett Williams. Andre Carter's still there for some reason. He's a great option to edge. Jamie Robinson's still there for some reason. Michael Wilson, Dorian Williams. There's some great names still up here, guys. What do you guys want in the chat? You guys let me know. I'll scroll a little bit further for those of you who want to see who's still available here. Schoonmaker's still there. Spears. Turner. Pace. Skinner. Who are you guys thinking? Who are you guys thinking? I'm seeing a Jamie Robinson. Tucker Kraft, tight end. Is he still there? He is not. He was already taken. Your top 2 tight ends, Schoonmaker and Kuntz, both good options. I'm a bit higher on Kuntz. See, Robinson, Ajomo, Carl Brooks, Jamie. So Jamie's back on the board. I've seen enough Jamies. Jamie's back on the board. I'm seeing Dorian. Seeing a couple more Carl Brooks. Another good edge, man. Another good edge coming out here. Some people saying, yeah, second round pick value. Andre Carter. I think I might be higher on Carter, but my God, you guys are really on this Brooks guy. Okay, so the first one is going to be. So we got 2 players. What's your last players, guys? I'm seeing some Williams out there. Williams. Okay, so here are your top 3. If you guys want Carl Brooks, type 1. If you want Dorian Williams, type 2. And if you want... oh, I messed up. Still, if you want Jamie Robinson, type 3. All right? Carl Brooks 1. Dorian Williams 2. Jamie Robinson 3. Go. Hugo says, I missed the last 5 minutes. Who do we pick up so far? Got a couple of good guys. Let's go back up here for our guy. We got LT's nephew and Hodges Tomlinson at cornerback. And in the first round, the Chargers selected Zay Flowers. Pick number 21. Here we are in pick 85. 85. All right, seeing a lot of ones. Ones. Lots of Carl Brooks. Couple of 2s in there. Couple of 2s for Dorian Williams. Couple of 3s. I think in this one it's actually is kind of decided. I'm seeing a lot more of these than anything else. I'm seeing 1s. And 1s would be Carl Brooks. So the Chargers are going to draft Carl Brooks, edge, at a Bowling Green. Edge player. Nice prospect coming out of there. So now, so far, so good. Chargers got themselves a wide receiver, a corner, and an edge in their first 3 rounds. Here we are in pick number round 4. Who do we have available? Ivan Pace. It's a great value. Maybe a little bit undersized, but man, is this guy good as a run defender and even in coverage. Very decent grade in coverage. Who else we got? Kobe Turner still there. I think that's who I ended up taking. You got Fayoko, another edge player. Ronnie Hickman, not bad at safety. This draft still needs a safety. Rashawn Johnson. I think Kuntz is probably gone by now, right? Yep. Davis Allen, Mallory. Some of my favorite guys still left on the board. Who we thinking? Casey says Ivan Pace. I think Ivan Pace is a great pick here. I'm going to go ahead and throw him on there. Ivan Pace is the first one. I'm seeing some Moss. I'm seeing some Mallory. Some Rashawn. That's in my second pace of the day. Second pace. Ajomo. I think Ajomo is already gone. Yeah, he's gone. Riley Moss. Is Moss gone? Oh, he's not projected for a while. Good corner prospect. Saw a couple of him. What are we thinking? Deuce Vaughn, Moss. Okay, I'm seeing a couple Moss. Okay. So that's what we'll do. So type 1 in the chat if you want Ivan Pace. Type 2 in the chat if you want... Oh, you guys want me to check for Palmer. Is he still there? No, he's not there. So type 1 in the chat if you want Ivan Pace. Type 2 if you want Deuce Vaughn. And type 3 if you want Riley Moss. All right? 1 for Pace, 2 for Vaughn, 3 for Moss. Go. 1 for Pace, 2 for Vaughn, 3 for Moss. See, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Wow, a lot of you guys want Moss. A lot of you guys love that Moss prospect. It's between Ivan Pace and Moss at this point. 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1. It's close again. Unless I can see anything here in the last second here. We're going to go to the coin again. It's very close. Okay, here we go. Here comes the coin toss again. Heads, you get your linebacker. Tails, you get your corner. Here we go. It's heads. You guys got your linebacker, Ivan Pace out of Cincinnati. Coming in, great value. I'll say right there. Great value. Eric Black coming in with a $2 hollow. He says 3. Moss, I like a lot of Hawkeyes this year. Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much, Eric, for the $2 hollow. Wheaton is 43840. Nice. It's not too bad so far. In round 5, here's where things get sticky, folks. I'm seeing a couple of nice prospects still on the board. One of my favorite running backs late, Keaton Mitchell's still there. I love Davis Allen, nice blocking tight end. He's a value here. Ronnie Hickman, that's a great value at safety. Abdullah at edge, still there at 111. What are you guys thinking? I see a couple of Abdullahs. I see one Davis Allen. You guys want me to check and see if Moss is still there again? He's gone. Moss is gone. Moss is gone. Okay, so I see a few for Abdullah. A lot for Abdullah. I think Hickman's a great pick here too. And okay, so we'll go ahead and go with those three guys. Nobody wants Mitchell, huh? Nick Hampton. All right, we'll go with those three guys. If you type 1 in the chat if you want Yasir Abdullah, that's actually a really nice value here. Type 2 if you want Ronnie Hickman, and type 3 if you want Davis Allen. Davis Allen. Kaz Allen, you could probably get, you guys, I promise you, probably get him in like the 6. We'll take a look at him in the next one though. We just got to keep things moving. So 1 for Abdullah, 2 for Hickman, 3 for Allen. Go. Yeah, we're getting into the weeds now. Not a lot of people know too much. So we'll say 1 for edge, 2 for safety, 3 for tight end. Seeing 2, 1, 3, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 3, 1. So it's between the edge and the tight end, it looks like. Seeing a couple of 2s now. A couple of 2s. 1, 1, 1. 3. I think based on what I'm seeing, we are going to go with 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're going to go with number 1. Yasir Abdullah is going to be the pick. Another edge. Chargers double dipping at edge, but maybe not a bad idea with the situation going forward. All right, round 6. We're almost out. We got Keaton Mitchell. Awesome running back. Very fast, very scrappy. We got another safety in Johnson. We're in the weeds now, boys. I'll let you know if I see a name that I kind of like. Ronnie Bell. Chargers could go quarterback as a third string like they've been doing for a while. What are you guys thinking? You guys want to see if Kaz Allen is still here? Maybe he's not even in their database, guys. I'm actually kind of that point where I think Kaz Allen's probably not even on PFF. Yeah, Kazmir Allen's not even on their site, dudes. Which is pretty crazy. We could even throw in we could draft a random wide receiver in round 7 and just say it's Kaz Allen. Or we could do it right now if you guys want. We could even do it right now if you guys want. Have we taken a running back? No, not yet. If I were voting, I'd put Keaton Mitchell's name on the list. What do you guys want? Yeah, they got some homework. You guys want Landers? Matt Landers? Projected at 222, wide receiver. Okay, 6'4". All right, we'll go ahead and keep his name on the list here. Mitchell sounds good. All right. So some people saying that might be a little too early. Just type 1 in the chat if you guys are cool with Keaton Mitchell. Some people want a free safety. It's tough because you're really in the weeds right now. You guys want Mitchell? Or type 2 if you want something else. Return man would be nice right now. Yeah. Eric says we should invest heavily in edge in draft 2 or 3. Wow, 3 of them would be nuts, Eric. 3 would be nuts. 2 in this draft looks pretty swell. You guys want somebody else? Only a couple of 1s for Mitchell. Cam Brown or Corey Rice. Or Trice. All right. So here's what we'll do. We'll do Keaton's 1. And you guys like this linebacker. Is it Diabetes? I don't know how to say his name, man. Let's go with that wide receiver. We'll go between the running back and the wide receiver. Type 1 for Keaton Mitchell, type 2 for Landers, the wide receiver, the 6'4" wide receiver. Somebody's saying that he's pretty fast too. 4.37. So 2 very fast options on offense. 2 very fast options on offense. Is it Diabetes? So I'm seeing 1 1 2 2 2 1 1 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 1 2 2 1. Wow. I think the wide receiver is going to win it out. I'll wait like 5 more seconds. 2 2 2. Yeah, okay. Here we go. We're going to take Matt Landers out of Arkansas. There's your wide receiver. And otherwise, 6'4", ran a sub 4.4. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. And here's your last pick of the crop here. In round 7. Does anybody have a name? You guys have a name that you think would still be here? I'll look it up, and if it's there, we'll just throw it on the list. Because I'm at a point now where I have no idea what I'm looking at. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Mohammed at running back? Oh, you guys like Mohammed Ibrahim out of Minnesota? We'll throw his name on the list. Why not set up a poll? I think I'll learn how to do that. Oh, there it is. Holy crap. Let's see. Is there options? This is dope. Hang on. So let's go running back. Okay, we'll have this ready for next time. I'm so lazy, you guys. I'm so lazy. You guys like the Mohammed guy? Donald Driver, really? He's like ecking away. Okay. You guys like that defensive lineman? And I'll throw one more on. Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Really? You guys want that quarterback out of UCLA? Any interior offensive lineman left? Yes, I imagine there is. Alex Forsyth. Good potential. Oh, this is tough, man. I'm just going to do this. Because I think we could use all of these options. And I'll just pick the best one that I see out of these positions. We'll just go by position. Okay? There it is. There's the poll. You guys see it? You guys see it on your end? This is fun. You guys see it? I put halfback, defensive line, and offensive line. I think you can't go wrong with any of those. You guys let me know what you're looking for, and I'll just pick kind of the best guy out of those positions, and we'll end this in just a second here. We're going to end this in just a second. So get those votes in. This will be fun. This will be fun going into the next mock draft. I'm glad that we found this. Right now, defensive line winning by 39%. And I'm going to give it 10 more seconds. Still winning by 38% is defensive line. In second place is offensive line. Defensive line looks like they're going to win it. And boom. Looks like their defensive line has won the votes. Defensive line's won at 39% of the 28 votes. Let's go ahead and pick up the best defensive lineman we can see here on the board. That's Cameron Young. Decent run defender. I think that's exactly the kind of defender that we would need. Let's go ahead and draft him. 7 rounds. There's the big mock draft for the Bolt fam. And let's compare the two. Let's compare your guys'. Okay, so first off, let's look at mine. Okay, here's my mock draft at the top of the show. We took Kincaid, Dell, Williams, and Turner. Not bad, not shabby. Here's your guys' first draft. Here's your guys' first crack at it with just the 4 rounds. You guys went Robinson, Uzama, another Robinson, and Ford Wheaton. So we'll say my draft is draft A. Your guys' first draft is draft B. And here is your final draft. This is a 7-rounder, by the way. Draft C. You guys took Zay Flowers, Tomlinson, Brooks, Pace, Abdullah, Landers, and Young. That's who you guys took right there. So in the chat now, I'm actually going to start one more because I'm excited. I like this. Let's go ahead and put draft A, which is directors. We'll go ahead and put draft B, which is Bolt Fam 1. And then we'll go C, which is Bolt Fam 2. All right, I like it. Let's go. You guys let me know which of these 3 is your favorite. Again, here's draft A, here's draft B, and here's draft C. Which one of these 3 did you guys end up being happiest with? Which one of these three you guys end up being happiest with? And no brownie points for sucking up. Because I'm seeing a lot of directors so far. See a lot of directors. See you guys like the Kincaid Dell combo. It's also tied with Bolt Fam 1, which you guys like the Bijan and Uzama combo. What do we think? It feels like the C is getting the least amount of votes here. C at only 26%. C got the Flowers, the Tomlinson, the Brooks, the Pace. There's some good things in there. What are we thinking? Bolt Fam's really starting to sink in. So we're going to go ahead and give it another 10 seconds or so. 10 seconds. Eric says Jack Campbell, linebacker from Iowa. Iowa, keep a look on him. We're going to do this again, by the way. This is super fun. We're going to be doing this again soon. We're going to be doing this again, too. Okay, we're going to go ahead and end the poll right here. Your guys' favorite draft from today's live mock draft experience is Mock Draft B. The Bolt Fam would be super excited. Oh, it's a tie. You guys tied it at the last second. I'm going to say you guys are your favorite. You guys like Robinson, Uzama, Jamie Robinson, and Ford Wheaton. You guys literally tied it as I was ending it. And you guys also like mine, too. So you guys like these two. We'll go ahead and say you guys win. You guys got the top draft right there. Bijan, Uzama, Robinson. That would be pretty lethal. I like it quite a bit, man. I like it quite a bit. Well, guys, this has been super fun. Happy April Fool's Day to everybody out there, to everybody I tricked and wanted to burn the internet down and unsubscribe. Guys, go out there and spread the word on the director is not really a Bears fan. We lost 50 subscribers in like an hour, and then I was like, oh, crap, so I changed the title. Make sure everybody knows. Go spread the word that director is still the Chargers guy. Everybody just got April Fooled. But it was a good time. Worth it. Worth it. The comedy was worth it. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. This has been the director. This has been an awesome, fun. We'll definitely do another live mock draft here again soon. It was a good time. And as always, bolt up, stay frosty. Da Bears. Action.
Want to watch football without the restrictions of blackouts or cable? Check out ExpressVPN.com to help you get access to all the live games. Sign up today using the link in the description to get 3 free months.